guys! Welcome to the first ever video of my crochet channel, For the Love of Crochet. I am your host Emily, or as I'm going to be going by from now on, Crochet Kiwi. This is a channel that I want to dedicate to not only showing you guys how to crochet, but also just inspiring you guys to do it. Because I know a lot of you are probably immediately thinking like, crocheting, knitting, isn't that for like old people? For when you can't do anything else? Dude, I'm only 26 and I love crocheting. All these things behind me here, I made these because they're cool, they're fun, and because it's one of those things where you just feel so proud of yourself every time you make something. It's a great hobby. It's great for if you're like me and you have anxiety or depression or any kind of like emotional or mental instability. It's great for that. And it's just such a great feeling every time you figure out how to make something new. It's just that feeling of accomplishment that you get. It makes it so worthwhile. So no, you don't have to wait until you're 60, 70, 80 or whatever to do it. You can learn to do it now. So now this is my first time making videos, so it's probably going to be a little bit bumpy, a little bit rough to begin with. As I become more acquainted with my camera and I get myself better set up for this, I'm hoping it'll look and sound much better. But for now, I just wanted to give you guys a little intro for anyone who hasn't crocheted before. Just go over the tools that you're going to need to get started, and then we're just going to take it from there. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to start by taking you guys over some of the basic tools that you're going to need if you want to start crocheting. I'll start over here on the left. These are all of my crochet hooks. I have some of the more tinier ones, which I don't use as often because I tend to work with bigger yarns for the things that I make. So I rely mostly on these ones here. They come in various different sizes based on the thickness of the yarn you're using or the kind of details that you want to put on what you're making. The smaller ones, they're great for toys if you want to add like, I don't know, little tiny marks or eyes or just any small details. Makes it much easier. The bigger ones, kind of like this one here, it's a very big crochet hook. This is great for if you're making things like scarves or blankets or hats. They're a bit bigger and bulkier and they require bigger stitches, and bigger stitches require bigger hooks. So I got this whole pack of crochet hooks as well as all little doodads that come with it for about 20 bucks off of Amazon, which is a pretty good deal considering when I first started buying the hooks. You'd buy like a pack of 2 of them for $6 from Michael's, which is a bit expensive, but I mean if you don't need too many then I guess it's not that bad. But when I really got into it, it was nice to have like all these different sizes. So yeah, that's a good thing to check out. Next we have these sewing needles. I have some plastic ones here and I have the metal one. I use the metal one more because the plastic ones, they break a lot more easily. They're nice because they're flexible, which is great for sewing things into like very like tight corners and stuff. But if you want something that's going to last a while, I would go with the metal one here. It's very durable and it may not be as flexible as the plastic ones, but it's still good for what you need to do with it. They're mostly for sewing in loose ends. Like if you make a scarf and all your loose crochet, especially if you're switching between colors and you just need to use this needle just to kind of sew in those ending parts. I also use them for when I make toys, for sewing all the different parts together. This is a really neat little thing actually. Normally I would just use regular scissors, but this came in the little pack I bought off of Amazon. They're just little tiny little tweezer-like scissors. They're just perfect for snipping off those pieces of yarn that when you're finished with the roll, and you just snip it off. It's nice. It comes with a little cap to put on it to keep them nice and sharp. Here I don't use this, but or at least I haven't used it yet. But it's really neat. It's like a little stitch counter. Let's see if I can get a better view on it here. So yeah, it just has like little numbers on it. So you just turn the dials on the sides, and it changes the numbers for you. So you can keep track of either the number of stitches you're doing or the number of rows, and it's just really handy in that sense. Here we go. So yeah, you just turn little dials on the side to change the number. But like I said, I tend not to use it because I don't really, for one, I don't really follow patterns much anymore, so I just kind of eyeball it. But it is really handy to have something like this, especially if you're trying to multitask, like you have the TV on or video on and you're watching that while you crochet. And then for this, you don't have to count every single stitch. This is also useful for that too. These are stitch markers. I used to use just like safety pins, which worked well enough, but these are nice because they're a bit sturdier than they were. But if this is great for if you're working it around, making a circle, and you just put a stitch on the stitch marker on the beginning stitch, and this way you don't have to count every single stitch that you make. You just, once you get to the stitch mark, you're like, oh, that's the end of that round, and then you just keep going. So those are really nice for that, and these are kind of better than the safety pins because they come in funky little colors. And this is just a measuring tape. You really only need this if you're making things that somebody's going to wear, or I guess if you're making a toy and you want to be a specific size. You can get these pretty much anywhere. I think I got this from like the dollar store. So, but yeah, it's handy to have. So these are your basic tools. Well, of course, you need yarn. That is a very, very, very important part of it. I get most of my yarn from Michaels. You can sometimes find yarn at Walmart or at Giant Tiger or any of those superstore kind of places. But if you want like good quality yarn, and like I tend to go with acrylic, but if you want like a variety of yarns, if you want like to choice between like spandex yarns, cotton yarns, wool yarns, etc., Michaels is a good place to go for that. If you want to buy it in bulk too, you can always go on Amazon or purchase it online. They have a lot of sales too at Michaels, which is nice. So I tend to go when they have coupons available, or when they have like the 2-for-1 kind of deals and stuff. So yeah, that's where I get all those. And they also have a pretty good range of colors. So here, this is all of what you're going to need to get started. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. The next video we're actually going to start going over some of the basic crochet stitches. In the meantime, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions for things you'd like to see, just leave them down in the comments. If there's anything that you would like to see me make in a video, I would absolutely love to. Like I said, just leave any ideas that you have in the comments, and I will do my best to try and make a video for that. I do have a shop page for my items, and I do sell them, although mostly at the moment, because it's just me making these things, and it's a very small business and it takes me a while to make things, so I mostly sell to the Ottawa area. If you do live like at least in Ontario and you would very much like me to make you something, we can make arrangements to make it work. So just send me a message on my Facebook page and I'll see what I can do. I'm hoping that someday I'll be able to expand the business so I can actually deliver to farther places, but in the meantime, it is what it is. So again, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. It's what has allowed me to do a lot of these things. And again, it's what inspired me to finally try my hand at making videos. So hope you keep watching. If you like the video and you want to see more, just like and leave a comment and subscribe. And I hope to see you all again next time.